Hi guys, welcome back. It's Tracy with TR's Tarot Talk 1111, and I am here doing the monthly zodiac sign of Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and all cross watchers. If you are a cross watcher, just keep in mind that Spirit knows who's watching, and the energy could be directed toward you more so than your person. Guys, I got just a couple of announcements is all. A is I got dressed for you. I got my Wild Child Spaz Cat t-shirt on. It says, "Let's get weird." And yeah, I've been busy today. So we're going to start off with a reminder to go check out the video about Patreon, because all of these videos are now going to have extendeds that will be available for anybody who purchases a membership in Patreon at the 444 level or higher. And it launches on June 1st. And also, I'm having a bi-monthly giveaway. The end of June, June 30th, will be the first one. And it has a bunch of really good stuff in it that I listed in my community tab. You'll have to scroll down because we did have another announcement about the live show last night. If you haven't watched that, go check that out. It has all the information that Spirit wanted to channel for this lunar eclipse. So go check all that out. Also, I had my readings closed. Tomorrow I'm done for the weekend, and then I'm reopening for 2 weeks and a weekend straight. And then I take, well, actually, it's complicated, guys. Just trust me. I take a weekend off every other weekend. How's that? But I am open for booking, so go ahead and reach out. It's in the description box below is my address so that you can send a request, and there's all the directions you need. And yeah, this super moon lunar eclipse that happened yesterday has been pretty much a wild ride. So let's see what it's got for you, shall we? Bring it down. All right, so this is for the month of June. I've got your finances and career over here, and your love and relationship over here. We've got oracles to clarify both. There will be an extended available June 1st if you become a member of Patreon. All Patreon members at the 444 level and up get them automatically twice a month, all extendeds, and a bunch of other perks too. So go check that out. All right, so bottom of the deck energy, Capricorn, is the Fool. I mean, I love seeing this. It's come out quite a few times, actually, because what happens during the eclipse season is old cycles close out, and we get heavily pushed by Spirit to make changes in our life, to wrap it up, so to speak, wrap it up. Whatever needs wrapped up, finished out, closed out, pushed along. It usually happens during eclipse season. So what happens when you end a cycle? Well, then you start the Fool's journey all over again, right? So something new on the horizon for you in the month of June when it comes to finances and career. Let's take a look at what it might be. Alrighty then. Alrighty then. So let's see. I'm looking at the pictures, guys. I read intuitively, and so there's energy. I love this deck. I love it. Yasara, thank you so much if you're watching. So the order I want to put these in, because they came out in one order, but I kind of like it if I move this around a little. But I'm going to leave it in the order it came out, and then we can go from there. So we have the Death card. Okay, like I said, endings and new beginnings, endings and new beginnings. Remember, the Death is just transformation. It's something that was a certain way for a long time is now about to change abruptly. Okay, well, it doesn't have to be abruptly. Transformation can happen slowly, right? But what it looks like to me, the order these came out in is the Death card, the Emperor card, and then the Eight of Cups. And so if I read them in the order they came out, it looks to me like in the month of June, something could end in your finances. You know, you might finish one job, start a new one. If you're, you know, it depends on what kind of business you're in, right? My brother-in-law is a concrete finisher. So he finishes one job and then he starts another one. And so it looks to me like you could be completing some kind of a project in the month of June and then starting a new one with the Fool's card. But with the Emperor, sometimes that can be a boss. So you might be your own boss or your boss, the person who is your boss. With the Eight of Cups, this is walking away from something that doesn't fulfill them. But I'm going to tell you what I'm feeling. What I'm feeling is that there's something you've been doing that perhaps you're just not wanting to do anymore. I mean, Three of Wands, patience, the Wheel of Fortune. So you've been waiting for something, waiting for a change in your life or a change in your finances. You've been waiting for something with that Three of Wands, waiting for your ships to come in to create space for you to possibly walk away from something so that you can create this Fool's energy. Let's take a look at your advice. Oh, forgiveness. I forgive myself unconditionally for any and all shortcomings, imperfections, foibles, fumbles, flops, or failures of my present, past, and chances are to be honest future. These are cheeky. They're hard to read. Okay, let me try to put that in a more... Sometimes I need to read them ahead of time and then use it. It says, I forgive myself unconditionally for any and all shortcomings, imperfections, foibles, fumbles, flops, or failures of my present, past, and chances are, to be honest, future. I might not be perfect, but I am a perfect being, and I will continue to be perfectly imperfect with all the joy and acceptance I can possibly muster. Giddy up. Jeez. They're hard to read, but they're fun. And so then we have, look at this, we have take action. I set my intentions that this is the fear card or this is the block, okay? So it looks to me like there's something that you, in your finances, you wanted to change, right? Wheel of Fortune, changes. You've been waiting for the perfect opportunity to walk away from something. Could be walking away from a boss with the Emperor, could be becoming your own boss. But something, in order for this to come to fruition, for you to take this action, you need to walk away from something else. And the forgiveness card says forgiving yourself, but I have a feeling for some of you, it's forgiving someone else, because you've got take action, come to the edge, and the Eight of Cups, which is quest in this deck, but it's literally walking away from something that you once loved, that you know that you need to move from. So I do see changes. Let's just call it changes in the month of June for you and your finances. It looks to me like you've been waiting for this. Or you maybe perhaps... No, I'm just going to read it the way I feel it. I feel like you were waiting for something to come along, maybe something better to come along. Right? Maybe you've been putting applications in. Now's the time. You found something better. You're going to put your, 2 weeks notice in and walk away. But there's forgiveness here. You might feel regretful. Maybe it's someplace you've worked for a long time, and it's going to be difficult to tell them that you want to better your life. You want to do something different. You want to pursue something else, right? It's going to be different for all of you, but the fear here is a fear of taking action. And then it's funny because it says come to the edge, and then you've got the Fool. So Spirit is clearly telling you, especially with that Wheel of Fortune, that you need to take this leap of faith, whatever it is. However it shows up in your life, whatever's ending for you, there's a new beginning that's right here. I don't even think it's something you're going to have to. There might be a small pause with the Three of Wands, because that is a waiting card. There could be a small pause, but I don't get that feeling for a lot of you. For a lot of you, I feel like you were waiting. Like perhaps you've been putting applications in, trying to find something, trying to do something different, right? Transform things. And the Emperor takes control. You know, they boss up. They do what's best too. The Emperor usually is very integral, right? So changes coming in the month of June in your finances. Let's take a look at your love and romance. Holy crap. So we've got the Tower. Geez, guys. Energy. Eclipse season. I don't even like doing readings during eclipse season, because it's like, tower, endings, boom, change, transformation. I mean, they're all good changes. Everything happens for a reason in eclipse season. Anything that's taken from you needed to be taken from you. It's not done to you, it's done for you. But it may not feel like it. And so your next card is the Four of Swords. This is taking a break. This could be non-communication. This could be distance between you and your person. This could be a communication that your person wants to take a break. Whatever it is, it's going to come in like a wrecking ball. And it's going to cause some distance. But then we've got the High Priestess with the Seven of Cups. Oh, look at that. So in the extended, we're going to go deeper into this. But it looks to me like intuitively, you probably saw this coming. You probably felt it coming. You could be dealing with a Scorpio, but it's Scorpio season. So, go figure. We've got death and transformation with the Tower. But the High Priestess tells me you could be dealing with a Pisces, or just that you're very intuitive and you might have seen this coming. Or you might be divinely guided to go within and do some healing around us. Because the High Priestess, it's she who knows, right? Let's take a look at your advice and see if that gives some more clarity. Soulmates. Soulmates. No wonder there's a Tower, right? Soulmates always cause trouble. Then we have remembrance. It says, remember the light within your heart is the same light as the rays of the sun and the glow of the moon. The same energy that moves the ocean tides also stirs inside your heart. What is it that your heart truly desires? What have you not said to someone that you would like to say? Find and express your truth. And so this could be you, or this could be your person, because the Four of Swords tells me there's really very little, if no, communication at all. The Tower tells me that something is going to be revealed or abruptly change, right? But with this High Priestess, this is also a non-communication. High Priestess don't talk. She's intuitive. She speaks telepathically. She just knows. She don't need to talk. She knows. I think that you and your person haven't been talking, or I think that all of a sudden you might get ghosted and everything goes into non-communication. And you could be dealing with the soulmate. Well, you're definitely dealing with the soulmate. But it says, what is it that your heart truly desires? What have you not said to someone that you would like to say? Find and express your truth. So if you're dating somebody, or if you're talking to somebody, you got somebody on your heart and mind, maybe you're married, who knows? Everybody's going to be different, but there's going to be disruption. a tower moment is disruption. And that disruption can come in many forms. It can come in an argument, a breakup, just unexpected non-communication, like, wow, we were talking, and then all of a sudden, nothing, right? This could be yeah, I'm hearing for some of you, this could be only take this if it resonates, but I am hearing in my head for somebody, it could be a divorce, right? I don't know why, but somebody might, if you know that you've been dancing around a failed marriage or a failed long-term committed relationship, and then you have the talk, right? You have the talk. For some of you, it could be because you met somebody new and you need to talk. You need to, maybe I just feel like for some of you, you saw it coming. I saw it coming. Or I known for a while I needed to talk about it. I needed to express. So only take that if it resonates, because I don't think that's the primary story. The primary story is there's going to be disruption in your love life. And it might cause this big break. Because the Four of Swords for me is non-communication. I don't know why, but I just picture somebody laying around thinking, right? Laying in bed, overthinking, overprocessing, wanting to talk, but not talking. Maybe talking, telepathically. I know that me and my person have a telepathic connection. Something needs to be said. Let's take a look. What's the fear? Self-care, self-love. Bottom of the deck, though, is the Seven Cups and the Ace. Ace of Cups for me can be self-love, too. Could be for some of you, you've been thinking for a while that something's not good for you and it's time to tear it down. It's time to tear it down. Clear your energy field and focus on yourself. Then we've got pay attention to the red flags. Yeah. And then we've got yes. Kiss the ground, touch the sky. Your soul is set now to leap and fly. So I feel a breakup for some of you. It's funny, the duality here, though, because for some of you, this is a breakup. This is, I don't like it. I don't want it. I'm ready to be done with it. Possibly because because it's not working. And in order to love yourself, you need to let it go. And you know it. You've been being guided, right? Self-care. Express your truth. Pay attention to the red flags. For others of you, this is I just keep hearing, that's my story and I'm sticking to it. I just feel like this, I'm sorry, guys. Month of June is going to change your life. Maybe in small ways. Hopefully there's small ways. But, I mean, when you get the death and transformation and the Tower card, and then you get the Fool and the come to the edge, and Spirit saying, pay attention to the red flags and take care of yourself, love yourself. You've got options. And there's a soulmate here that might just say yes after you have to say no to something else. So please take whichever side of the story as resonates, but I don't see any. In the month of June, what I see is a painful ending. And I think it's being done because somebody's choosing their own happiness. That's what I think. And for some of you, okay, let's give a scenario. I just feel like I need to. So let's say, for instance, let's use me for an example. I was married for 20 years. 10 of those years were beautiful, heavenly. We were in love. We raised a family. Things were good. Money flowed. And then somehow, some way, I don't know what happened, but we grew apart. And then it became toxic. It was like we were constantly arguing and bickering and poking at each other and insulting one another and shaming one another. And it got worse. And so I think for a long time, 10 years for me, I was waiting for the kids to grow up because I didn't want to break their home up. But I knew it needed to end. I knew that someday I was going to get out of there. And so when the right time came, I had the talk. I sat him down and I told him, I want to be happy. I want you to be happy. I thought you were my guy, and for a while you were, but you're no longer my guy. And a soulmate of mine from my past was back in my life. And I didn't leave my husband because I wanted to be with the other person. They weren't available either. But running into my childhood sweetheart reminded me of how happy I once was when I was carefree and young and able to choose for myself, to love myself, to work on what I wanted, my 9 of Cups, right? Because the 9 of Cups is under there. So that's just a scenario. It looks to me like if something ends for you in your love and romance, I see a new beginning, just like I do in your finances. It looks to me like eclipse season is going to make some major changes in your life, and they're probably changes that were necessary. And if none of this resonates, then chuck it all to the wind and say, screw it. Go watch your moon, your rising, and your Venus. This could be somebody else's story. But that's what I see. I see an ending here and I see an ending here. I see a beginning here. I see a beginning here. And that's what eclipse season does, is it ends things so that new things can begin. So, guys, if you want to join me in the extended, go on over to the Patreon link. It'll be linked underneath this video. It'll be available to join on June 1st. And we're going to take a look at the details and try to figure this out. Okay. Otherwise, I will see you on the 15th when we upload again. And I love you. You're strong. You've got 2 new beginnings. You've got an Ace of Cups with the 7 of Cups, choices in your love life. And you've got the Fool with the 3 of Wands and the Wheel of Fortune. So everything's going to balance out. It just might be, you might have to weather a storm in the month of June. I love you. And we'll take a look at mid-monthlies, because maybe all that energy is going to clear right out and you're going to say, damn, that was tough. But things are so much better now. I'm free, right? Whatever. I love you. Let's just co-create together. And I will see you on the 15th, and you better straighten your energy up by then. I'm just telling you, Capricorn. All right. Namaste. Hey, if you need a private reading, seriously, if you need help, if it looks like your world's falling apart in the month of June and you could use some real help navigating, everything you need to book is also down below. And I would love to help you figure this out, because I do see new beginnings. We could take a look at it at the positive side, right? All right. Namaste.